Amplyfi was created to address one of the big problems that organizations face, and it is how do you identify what your potential disruptions might be to your business portfolios.
We were all working in quite large corporations, and we were really trying to answer the big questions. How do you really help people to make those big decisions? At the time, most traditional techniques out there, Googling, asking an expert, just weren't fitting the bill. My background is within software and artificial intelligence, and actually we thought there must be a better solution. So Amplyfi was brought together really to empower people to harness AI and what it's really good at to help them make those big decisions. What Data Voyant, our first product, enables people to do is to actually start off with their big questions, to allow the artificial intelligence to find the relevant data for them.
When I first heard the idea from Amplyfi and what they were looking to do, it absolutely blew my mind. It was incredible. The talk of the deep web was something that was completely unfamiliar to me. So I was totally intrigued by it, and when I got to learn more about its capability, it was clear that the potential for this is astronomical, really.
Well, one of the biggest challenges for us was explaining the technology that we've developed in a way that most people could understand. A good way to think about a potential disruption for a large organization is the Kodak example. So in the late 90s, there had been an increase in momentum around patent activity and media chatter regarding the advent of digital film. But Kodak, unfortunately for them, didn't quite catch on to what this could potentially mean to their business model. And so what we want to do inside of Amplyfi and with our technology Data Voyant is ensure that organizations at least have access to the information which does potentially indicate a potential disruption is coming around the corner, and they then have the opportunity to act upon it.
A fortnight ago, Amplyfi announced that they'd secured their first significant investment, which was from Finance Wales, and that was a huge landmark for them. Up until now, they knew what the potential of the company was. However, they needed the funding in order to really accelerate the process. So once that secure was, it really was a landmark achievement for them.
In addition to the equity investment that we received, we've also been given a £400,000 loan from the Welsh Government at 0% interest, which is really going to help us to hire more high potential software developers. By this time next year, there will be 20 people in the team, and we'll double that number the following year as well.
I want to have a mad laboratory where I can do all the kind of research at the moment we're having to throw up onto a whiteboard. Data Voyant, our first product, is only the tip of the iceberg. It's really actually using only part of what we've already developed through to get consumers comfortable with the sort of thing that can come of it. And off the back of that is a whole spectrum of things that you can start to harness and utilise. And I don't think you can underestimate having a lovely facility like this coming from the basement where we were coding in before. All of my team are all coders, and they naturally would err towards actually being in their hoodies in the darkest corner of the room, and actually having this wide and quite eclectic mix of different startups has actually meant that they've been developing as well as individuals. So as an individual, I've grown around the waistline. I haven't managed to get out to the gym or do anything else in there. As a business, we've really grown in terms of actually basing ourselves around in Cardiff and in South Wales. It's been great for us. As an organisation, I think our roles have developed further. Early stages, everyone was doing everything. I think that's what you have to be able to do as our core team of co-founders. It's really important that everyone can, pick up as and where is needed. But as we've been moving forward, I've got to focus more on the core technology development and drive that forward. And Chris has been more and more heavily involved in some of the business development and actually making sure that Amplyfi are recognised on a more global scale. All those great ideas that I think everybody has, and they'll have it during the working day when they're trying to get it past their boss who's not particularly keen, or in the evening saying, wouldn't it be great if we could change something? We change those. So we'll come in on a weekly basis, throw those up on a whiteboard and say, actually, are these the sort of things we should be driving towards? So far it's been really exciting to jump into that area. Scary, but scary good.
Very comfortable with where we're going, and we're very happy with what we've done so far. And one of the things that's been great about Entrepreneurial Spark is the fact that there's the environment here that fosters the kind of acceleration that we're underway with right now.